Hey guys, welcome to Mind Into. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are back today with another video, and if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and that icon there, the icon bell. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are back again with another video, and today's going to be interesting because we're going to be touching at a very important question as a software developer. So before we get right into it, please take a moment, just hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell icon there so that you can get notified when I upload new content. So let's jump right into it. So today we're going to be covering a very interesting topic, a journey of becoming a software developer, how to become a software developer, when did it start, what to study, and all those kind of stuff that you guys want to know. So I'll try to cover as much as I can, and let's jump right into that. So when did my journey start? When did it start, and how did it start? So back then I was always curious when I was still young in terms of technology, applications, appliances. How does, TV shows, pictures, how does a website get to know what kind of information to give back when I click a button or when I type something and all this kind of stuff. So I was curious about that, and in grade 10, when I was in grade 10 actually, my brother was studying. He had actually completed his degree in computer sciences and was about to go and study his honors degree, but unfortunately he passed away in that very same January, so he couldn't further his studies anymore. May his soul rest in peace. And I started becoming more curious in terms of how does this thing work and what is it, what is computer sciences. But unfortunately there was very limited information around that, and there was absolutely no one that I knew who was a computer scientist or who had, who is a software developer. And that was a bit tricky because of the information at our disposal. It was very limited, and internet as well, there wasn't as much back then with regards to software development or software developer. Now fast forward, matriculated, and after matric I went to study computer sciences. But like many other people out there, my story is a bit different because I had to drop out and go, not necessarily drop out, but change from studying full-time to part-time so that I can work on the other hand, because my family couldn't afford to fund my studies and also be able to pay for my accommodation and other expenses that I had. So I had to work part-time and then study part-time. Fortunately, I managed to complete that, but it was one of a hell of a journey and a very interesting one actually. But there's some lessons that I've learned around that, and there's some things that I am grateful for in that journey that I've went through. And yeah, just going into that, I think what assisted me in that is that I was studying and also working at the same time. So I was completing my studies and also getting work experience and understanding the handle around the working environment and what is needed of me, how to position myself and all those kind of stuff. So something to mention around that is you need to, when you're working, because it's crazy actually. I'm not sure of other countries, but in South Africa it's just crazy that I qualify for, I study for something, now I have the qualification and I want to work, but unfortunately I can't work because I don't have experience. But for me to get experience, I need to work. So it's just kind of crazy. But the good thing about software development or software developer is that you can be able to build your own profile. So from your first year, what you need to work on building projects, and you need to focus on projects that solve real life challenges or real life problems and build on those. Build web application, build mobile application, you can build your chat rooms, you can build games, you can build a lot of things around that. You can build a to-do list in terms of how to simplify planning for the day. There's a lot of things that you can build around that. So just look at something that is in demand and look at something that can be useful and can solve problems so that you can start building your profile. Then when you completed your degree or your studies, now you'll be able to move into this field because you already have a profile that you can present to the company that you're applying for, and also the people that are interviewing you, to say, all right, cool, I have a profile, I've worked on this specific project and this is my work. So that will represent you, because the hardest thing is getting that qualification, having all that knowledge and everything, but don't have experience. So you need to build that as early as first year, second year, third year, and whatever, the duration of your studies. So you need to really work on that. And then now I think I need to cover something here before we go any further. So there is a way that, so it's not only via going to the higher institutions to study computer sciences or BSc in information sciences or whatever they call it these days, but you can become a software developer from being a self-taught, where you can teach yourself how to work around software developer, or how to program, or how to code. So there's so many ways to go around that. There are places like, or there's online platforms like Udemy, like LinkedIn has some stuff there. You've got Simple Learn, you've got YouTube is one of them as well, where you can just teach yourself and study for yourself on how to become a software developer. So there's so many materials these days and tools that can help you to become a software developer without you going to school. But I don't really encourage that, to say that you can just teach yourself and then go and start working, because as much as things are starting to change, because we're in the fourth industrial revolution and all that, things are changing, but there's still companies, and these big companies, that will still require that academic certificate and qualification to say, yes, you have studied, and then we can hire you. As much as there's others where they can just hire you because of your skills and all that, but I think for me, getting that qualification is very, very important, because that will help you in so many ways. Also in terms of your salary negotiation, you can be able to use that qualification to negotiate for your salary, because I have studied for this, I am qualified to work as a software developer. So you need that. I'm not saying that guys don't go to school, you can just cut corners and all that. It's very important for us to go to school. It's very important for us to learn and have that qualification. So I just wanted to mention that qualification, getting that qualification is very important, and also it will help you in a long run. And the other thing is landing your first job. I think I've covered a part of this, but for you to be able to land your first job, you're gonna need that profile that I spoke about, and you need to be able to know your stuff. So in order for you to land your first job, I think if you're self-taught, then you just need to focus on specific language. You can't be going around and shooting everywhere. If you shoot everywhere and don't aim, chances of you shooting at nothing are very high. So you need to be able to be disciplined. You need to be able to understand, okay, cool, I'm gonna focus on one thing and one thing until I master it. So for instance, if you're self-taught, and also the languages and the frameworks that I studied when doing my qualifications are not the ones that I'm using at my workplace, and are not the ones that I used when I started my first job as a software developer. And I'm very grateful to my mentors. I'm very grateful for my seniors at the company that I work for. First, because they were very supportive in terms of the things that I didn't understand, and also teaching me. So because I came with a base and understanding of JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So that is very key, especially if you're going to be working around frameworks of JavaScript, like your Node.js, your React, your Vue.js, your Angular, and frameworks and languages around that. it's very important for you to understand JavaScript. It's very important for you to understand HTML. It's very important for you to understand CSS. So that became handy for me, because it didn't take me long to adapt to understanding Node.js, because I didn't learn that from school. I had to learn that from the workplace. So hence I'm saying I'm very grateful for the people that assisted me and in learning, because they allowed me an environment for me to learn and just become like them. And also something to mention in terms of learning is you need to be humble. You need to have that teachable spirit. You need to also be able to take it easy. Understand that you can't know everything all at once. You just need to take your time. You just need to allow yourself to focus on that one thing and learn. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but forgive yourself. Sometimes you get stuck on one error for the whole day, trying to figure it out, and things are not working. So don't be hard on yourself. It happens to anyone, and we just find a way to resolve it as quick as possible. And also ask questions. If you don't understand something, ask questions. If you don't understand something, ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So ask where you don't understand, so that people who understand better than you can be able to assist you and teach you in terms of how to implement and how to fix the problems around that. Also, something to mention before I go further is that, guys, being a software developer or a software engineer is not for anyone. It's not for anyone. The reason I'm saying that is you need to be a critical thinker. You need to be somebody who enjoys solving problems. I tell people, I'm like, I solve problems for living. That's what I do, because software developer, it's about solving problems, everyday problems. It's about simplifying people's lives. It's about simplifying processes. It's about optimizing solutions and making them much better, and things like that. So hence I'm saying it's not for everyone. So you need to be somebody who enjoys solving problems. You need to be someone who is patient. It needs to be someone who is an innovator. You need to have to have that critical thinking mind I mentioned. And also one last thing is you need to be agile and adapt very quick, because things are changing a lot, and you need to move with times. You need to be able to learn things as quick as possible. So now, if you have that, then you can study and you can become a software developer. But apart from that, you can be, but it's going to frustrate you, because you're going to be working on things that you do not enjoy. So yeah, I think one last thing from my side, it would be that, so find that one language, find that one framework. But for beginners, I will recommend that you start with JavaScript, HTML, and C, not C++, but CSS. So JavaScript, HTML, and then CSS. This will give you a basic understanding of coding, and then it will help you, because with these three you can be able to build web applications, you can be able to build websites, you can be able to build your to-do list, you can be able to build almost anything that you want to build, and almost any problem that you want to resolve. You can use these three tools to do that. And then maybe if you want to add, you can add Python. You can learn Python. But yeah, I've learned Python, I've worked with Python, but it's been a while now without using that, because the environment that I'm in does not require me to use Python. And then also around that is, you're gonna need to, like I said, you're gonna need to be somebody who is moving with times, who is very flexible, because sometimes the solutions that you're working on will require you to use a different framework or a different language. So you need to be able to quickly move around that, because the environment may require you to say, all right, cool, now you're used to working with Django, and this one will require you to use Angular, for instance, or it will require you to use C#, and you need to be able to look at that. But that's a conversation of another day. So if you've watched till this far, I want to thank you very much for that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button there and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I post new content. So yeah guys, that's all from my side. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you would like to know with regards to what I've covered and the things that I might have missed in this video, please drop that comment down there so that I can see it and I will respond to the question. And if it's something that I need to record another video explaining or diving deeper in that specific topic, I will definitely and gladly love to do that. So see you guys on the next video. That's all from my side. I am signing out. Cheers.